I'm going in to see a special lady, Miss Kele Kele. Oh my God.
Done. I just need a couple more tracks to finish. So, a lot of the male artists have done it big. Look at him plugging. Plugging.
That's it. Listen, man, this is an exclusive
Plug
on
it.
FACTORY78 TV. T-bills. I'm not going to say anything, but this
The album.
stunning, man.
We're still working on it. Wizkid has done it. Ice Prince, Davido's about to do it, and I feel like the females need to come up.
Tiwa Savage, hello, Missy. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh man, it's been like a year and a half, 2 years. We've been doing everything to get the fantastic Tiwa on FACTORY78 TV. Now, yes, we have.
No way.
Yeah, but I know you're busy. The music has been incredible. We saw glimpses of that tonight. First of all, you're looking lovely. First lady of Mavin Records, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad at all. You've just performed on stage, and you're still looking this fresh.
Well, I kind of freshened up quickly because I knew you guys were coming, so I kind of I ran ahead of time. So thank you, though. Thank you.
Listen, there's so much to talk about, but we're going to keep it very, very short. Okay. New World Nigeria. This is an event to showcase Nigeria in a way that the international world hasn't seen before. Entertainment, business. You are part of the massive entertainment industry in Nigeria that has showcased a lot of talent. First of all, tell me what this means to you.
It means not just to me, but to all of us as Nigerians. I've said this before that unfortunately sometimes the image that's portrayed of Nigerians is sometimes negative. Actually, a lot of times negative. So it's great to show, the positive side. It's great to show the talent that we have. And it's great that it's crossing over, not just across Africa, but into UK, Europe, and also US. So it's a great thing, and it's only going to get better, I believe so.
Absolutely. Saw you on stage. The performance was incredible. You went into some oldies there that a couple of people had to, I had to shake my head and go, how did she know that song? You went into oldies, and then you started to do a little bit of your music, and then you did something that was very, very inspirational and emotional, which was about the plane crash that has just happened. Tell me a little bit about that.
Unfortunately, I think just as humans, we tend to forget things quickly. When it first happened, everyone was just like, oh my God, and now things are kind of just back to normal, aircrafts are flying again. Nobody's really thinking about it, but I still do, and I feel like we still have to carry the torch for those people. There should be something done, like a memorial concert or something where, it happened, so that we can, remember. And also it should shake us to put regulations in place, because this happened a few years ago, and it's happening again, and these are lives, and it could have been prevented. So I think as Nigerians, and I think especially for me with my music, I can continue to influence people, and that's what I try to do. I'm not a politician, but with music I can still try and do my bit, and that's what I wanted to do tonight.
Absolutely, and you did it in such a great fashion. Now you performed on stage. Of course, you've taken it back to Nigeria. You're making music from Nigeria, but to come internationally, like to the UK, and perform on stage, and to get a reception like that for an entertainer, what's that feeling like?
It's nerve-wracking at first because I didn't know what to expect, and honestly, I just met the band like a few hours before, so shout out to them because they were absolutely fantastic. But it feels great because there were not just Nigerians there were other people from other African countries. There were, British people there. So, music is music. Even if they don't understand the language, it moves. And Nigerian music has so much rhythm and so much soul. We just need to stay true to ourselves. I think sometimes when we cross over, we try and change and blend into other cultures. But reggae music doesn't do that, and people still accept it. So I think Afrobeat can remain Afrobeat, and it can be in the mainstream if we all stick together and do this as a collective.
Absolutely. One of the pictures that sticks like in my head when I see you performing or listen to your music is during the X Factor. That here in the UK, the minute when Sharon said no.
And I was like, what?
A lot of people in the UK kind of felt the same way you did. And for most people that get to that stage and get the door slammed in their faces, you never hear of them again. But you kept coming back, and now you're here.
Easy. I really wanted to give up at that point because even the crew were like, man, Tiwa, don't worry, you're going to get through. And I was actually quite arrogant and confident. I was like, I walked in the room like, yeah, Sharon, what you going to tell me? Like, so I was really confident. I think God had to do that to kind of like humble me because, you know, it's a blessing in disguise. Who knows if I'd gotten through, my head would have been this big. You wouldn't even need to have this interview because I'll be like, well, if it's not over, you know. But, you know, he had to pull me back and say that I'm the one orchestrating your career. And so it kind of humbled me. And I said, where am I going to go from here? And, you know, God just said, you have to go back to your people. Forget this whole thing. These people are going to come after you first, but you have to get your people behind you, first of all. And when Nigeria is behind you, Africa is behind you. And then when Africa is behind you, the world, yeah. So, you know, people thought it was a step backward, but it was actually a step forward for me. So it was a blessing in disguise. It was tough at the time, I can't lie. I mean, you saw the video, I was like on the floor crying, but it was a blessing in disguise.
Absolutely. And since then, you've had Kele Kele, you've had Love Me. And now, all of a sudden, we've seen your friends with, you know, Dr. C, Don Jazzy. All of a sudden, you pop up as the first lady of the Mavin record team. What's that experience like?
It's great. Don Jazzy is a legend, in my opinion. He's incredible, and I've always looked up to him. I've also been always closer than when there were more hits, so it was just a natural progression. I just want to say this, that his part in signing me had nothing to do with trying to replace D'banj. D'banj can never be replaced. He's an icon. He's the entertainer. So it was nothing like that. It was just they wanted a female touch. So, you know, yeah, it was great news when he eventually told me that, you know, he wanted to sign actually my label under Mavin label, because I still have my label 323 Entertainment, which I co-own with T-Bills, who's actually here, who's trying to hide somewhere.
I'm just gonna squeeze his neck now after I finish this interview, but
yeah. So yeah, it's been a great progression, because he brought out another side to me. Everybody's used to like Kele Kele and Love Me. He brought out, oh my God, you know, that kind of raw, yeah, and it got me more fans now. You know, I had like a core fan base, but now I have like area boys. When they see me, they're like, don't be that too. Yeah, so it's you know, broadened my audience, definitely.
Absolutely. What I wanted to talk about was when the songs came up online and everybody was listening. Oh, Dr. C, they take banana. You know, DJ Lanre told me, he called me up and said the first thing he heard was Oh My God, and he wanted me to hear that. And when I went into that, it was Azonto, Tiwa was rapping. I'm thinking, I'm at my desk, I'm going, oh my God, Zang, like. Tell me about making that song. How difficult was it for you to mix in the Azonto, put in the raps, and what was that like for you?
When he first played the beat, we honestly thought it was for One Day or the Prince or something. So it was like, Tiwa, just, you know, go in the booth and do what? Like, what do you want me to do? So they started helping me with like samba, lamba, and all these kinds. So I was like, I cannot sing this. So I recorded it, and it sounded too pretty. So they said, you know, go back, listen to, who they say, like Salawa and all those type of people. They said, listen to that for a day, let it, yeah. So when I came back, they turned the lights off in the studio. They were like, all right, ready. And I just got in the zone. So the whole crew helped me. Sid, One Day, Prince, Jazzy, and my manager TJ, who actually wrote on the song too. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a big song. It's popping off in the clubs here in the UK. So we really like
to help me push it.
We're gonna listen. That song is pushing itself, and we're definitely gonna do our part to make sure that song gets like noticed around the world. What's next for Tiwa Savage and the Mavin crew?
For me personally, the album. I'm nearly done. I just need a couple more tracks to finish. So, you know, a lot of the male artists have done it big. Look at him plugging.
That's it. Listen, man, this is an exclusive
Plug it.
TV. T-Bills. I'm not gonna say anything, but
the album.
Stunning, man.
You know, we're still working on it. Wizkid has done it. Ice Prince, Davido's about to do it, and I feel like the females need to come up. I need to drop a hot album that has ballads, but it also has the street songs too. So we're working, trust me, we're working really, really hard, and it's gonna be amazing, definitely.
Finally, before I let you go, you touched on like a subject that I wanted to speak to you about. It's the females being represented in the entertainment industry around Africa, Nigeria, Afro-beats. It's a tough industry for men. What is it like for women?
It's even tougher because a lot of people, before I moved back, a lot of people said, as a female, you're not going to get female fans. Because women were like, please, 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 what is she even wearing? Is it not Christian Louboutin? Please, I have 10. You know, women don't really support each other like that. But I've been blessed. Like, you know, women, when I go to concerts and shows, the women are screaming more than men. And that shows that women want to hear songs by women, because only a woman can sing it from a woman's perspective. So, you know, you see people like Beyonce, Rihanna, they have huge fans. And I wanted to go against that and say the Nigerians can do that too. Females can support each other. So Kele Kele came out and it was great because females relate to it. Yeah. So it's been going great for me, and I think it's only going to get better. We have people like May 7 who's repping out here, who's doing her thing. Yeah, Goldie, Omaomi Waje. We have Becca from Ghana, and we have Lyra from South Africa who I love. So, and she was nominated for a BT this year. So we're definitely coming. It takes time with everything, but listen, we are coming strong. Trust me when I say that. We're coming strong.
Well, the music you guys have put out, look at that. Oh my God, that's the single. Crazy. The music you put out, fantastic. Your stage performance. I saw at the BBC Hackney Weekend, we saw Rihanna perform on stage, and you did what people like that do, which is to entertain the crowd and get involved with the crowd. I was so excited. I was standing right next to DJ Lanre.
I didn't even see. I would have come to drag you.
Listen, I was hoping you were coming my side. You know.
Are you at the next show?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you know what? You heard it here first. I'm going to drag him on stage. You can't hide.
Listen, my Zonto is stupid. Hey. Like, you don't even want to know. So, New World Nigeria, Nigerian Bank of Industry, Miss Tiwa Savage, First Lady of Mavin Records. This is FACTORY78 TV.
Finally,
keep it locked.
I felt left out. I'm always seeing all these things on like Factory.
See bills. I'm coming for you, bro. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Number Tiwa 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 Tabatiri mi won shiva Omo to do mirinda Baba Agbaya o feskata I'm on fire. Yeah, I'm hot like a fever. I'm savage so diva. I'm savage so diva. Hey, the loving it. Kele Kele boys don't be touching me.